What if Kim Porter's last breath wasn't a farewell at all, but a desperate warning? One so explosive that the most powerful man in hip-hop has spent 6 years trying to keep it buried. Tonight, we follow the crackling trail of a single voicemail, a ghostly fragment that threatens to torch the empire of Sean Diddy Combs and everyone orbiting him. 1. Kim Porter. Halo in public, shadow in private. Kim Porter was the model who lit up runways, the actress with a megawatt smile, and the steady center of a romance that tabloids nicknamed hip-hop royalty. But behind the photo spreads, friends say Kim tiptoed around unspoken fears. On November 15, 2018, paramedics found her unresponsive in her Toluca Lake home. The coroner ruled lobar pneumonia. Skeptics whispered poison. Those rumors fizzled, then reignited, because no insider dared attach their name. All except one. But that one insider would take 6 long years to unclench his jaw. 2. Fonzworth Bentley, from Diddy's umbrella to loose cannon. Derek Fonzworth Bentley. Watkins sashayed into pop culture in 2002, twirling an umbrella behind Diddy like a butler in Versace. To fans, he was comic relief. To industry execs, a polished TV host and Kanye collaborator. Inside Bad Boy's marble corridors, though, Bentley was the vault, the man who never spoke out of turn. That changed in May 2025. An Atlanta talent scout filed a civil suit alleging Diddy and Bentley sexually assaulted him and 2 minors back in 2003, a claim both men deny. Reporters pounced. Bentley's name, suddenly inked on legal paper, cracked the vault door. He may have more receipts, one prosecutor hinted off record, and so the leak began. But the most chilling receipt wasn't a document. It was a midnight voicemail. 3. The final 72 hours. Flashback to Kim Porter's last 3 days. A cough she brushed off as just the flu surged into fever. Friends recall frantic texts asking for herbal remedies, then radio silence. Cell tower pings place Kim at a doctor's office Wednesday. By Thursday, she'd canceled meetings, barricaded herself at home, and fired off a handful of urgent calls. One went to Bentley. He later described her voice as thin, shaking, like someone convinced a clock was ticking down. Whatever Kim feared, she feared it would be twisted. Within 24 hours, she was gone. The official narrative said infection. Al B. Sure, her ex and father of her eldest son publicly begged the FBI to dig deeper. The LAPD declined. So what exactly did Kim say, and why did Bentley sit on it until now? 4. KP_4am_final.web. The leak heard round the net. 2 weeks ago, 4 journalists woke to an anonymous Dropbox link titled simply KP_4am_final.wav. The minute-long clip is grainy, punctured by coughs. If something happens, don't let him spin it. They'll say pneumonia, they'll say I was exhausted. You know the real story, don't let them erase me. Forensic analysts are still debating authenticity, but the timing was nuclear. Diddy's sex trafficking trial was already underway in Manhattan federal court. Within hours, Diddy's lawyers fired cease and desist letters, calling the file fabricated defamation. Privately, one defense aide admitted the camp was shook. And yet, for Bad Boy, damage control had only begun. 5. Plugging leaks with gold-plated NDAs. Legal missiles flew. Attorneys threatened defamation suits against outlets that hosted the audio. Sources inside Combs Enterprises say a fresh NDA, rumored 6 figures up front, circulated among former employees. Some signed, others ghosted the offer. The frenzy resurrected an old live stream where ex-Da Band rapper Freddie P joked that Bentley was Diddy's little boyfriend. That throwaway jab now trended as Exhibit A on Twitter breakdown threads. Bentley, married with 2 kids, never responded. The result? The more the camp tried to smother the leak, the harder the internet pressed replay. Meanwhile, the prosecution realized the voicemail could be more than gossip. It could be leverage. 6. Inside the sex trafficking trial. May 5th, 2025, jury selection begins. Prosecutors paint a 2-decade pattern of coercion. Private jets, luxury hotels, and, according to witness Mia, an ex-assistant, nightmares masked as after-parties. Diddy faces multiple counts, including racketeering conspiracy and transport for illicit purposes. If convicted, he could spend life in federal prison. The music mogul pleads not guilty. Mid-trial, Bentley's name appears on a potential witness list. Voluntarily or subpoenaed, no one's sure. Prosecutors file a sealed motion asking Judge Aaron Subramanian to allow newly surfaced audio as corroborative evidence. Defense counters that the clip is deepfake garbage. And then, politics barges in from stage right. 7. Trump's pardon tease and the optics war. At a White House presser, former President Donald Trump, asked about the Combs case, says he'd look into a pardon if the mogul is being mistreated. Instantly, cable news erupts. Has a pardon ever been floated this early in a trial? Analysts argue over optics. Social feeds erupt with memes of Diddy in MAGA hats. Streaming apps quietly notice another metric. Bad Boy catalog plays jump 11% the same week. Scandal, it seems, sells nostalgia. But outside the spotlight, 4 young people can only watch the circus in pain. 8. The family's plea for silence. Last fall, Kim Porter's children, Quincy, Christian, and twins Jesse and Delilah, posted a joint statement. There was no foul play. Stop desecrating our mom's memory with conspiracy theories. Yet every new headline yanks them back into courtroom theater. One insider says the kids want peace, but also clarity. They'd welcome forensic proof that ends speculation forever. Until then, the internet's appetite devours every rumor like fresh meat. Industry peers feel the tension. Brands have quietly paused Diddy collabs. A-list stars who once owed careers to Bad Boy now mumble no comment. And Bentley, he's holed up in Buckhead, juggling interview requests and allegedly bracing for subpoenas. Which brings us to the question echoing across comment sections worldwide. 9. Could one voicemail topple an empire? If digital forensics confirm KP_4am_FINAL.WAV is genuine, prosecutors could argue it shows a pattern: fear, control, intimidation. Defense attorneys, though, are primed to call it context-free paranoia from a woman fighting pneumonia. Even if the clip never plays in court, its viral life has already rewritten Diddy's public narrative. From untouchable mogul to defendant sprinting through PR minefields. Music historians call it Bill Cosby 2.0, but faster. Meanwhile, Bentley stands at a crossroads. Step onto the witness stand, and he becomes the linchpin of a historic case, risking career obliteration or unexpected redemption. Stay silent, and rumors of hush money will stalk him forever. Either way, the next gavel strike could redraw the entire map of hip-hop power. 10. What happens next, and why you'll want front row seats. The judge is expected to rule on admissibility of the voicemail any day now. If it's greenlit, expect Bentley to testify within weeks. If it's tossed, defense will claim vindication. But prosecutors still have a convoy of witnesses ready to march. The trial could stretch deep into July. Behind the scenes, music lawyers whisper about catalog sales, label splits, and the domino effect on artists tied to Bad Boy's publishing pipeline. Meanwhile, public fascination shows no sign of fatigue. Every new leak spawns instant Reddit mega threads dissecting timestamps, flight logs, and NDA typos. Kim Porter's phantom voice might be the catalyst that forces truth into daylight, or it could vanish, smothered by legalese and doubt. Whatever verdict lands, one thing's certain: the story isn't sliding quietly into archives. So keep your notifications on and your curiosity primed. Because when the judge rules, when Bentley either breaks silence or bolts, and when that final sentence drops, whether it confirms the darkest suspicions or flips the narrative on its head, Starbuzz Daily will be right here, unpacking every twist, every leak, and every verdict.